Well done to every single one of you. If you've showed up, you've committed, you've maybe even not done as well as you thought. Well done to you too, because you're trying, you're here. That feeling, that debilitating feeling of failure, that word failure and fear, stops you from ever progressing in your life. It's always stopped you progressing in your life, even when you've been nearly at the point of saying, I'm happy. That word has crept right back into your heart and into your head, and it's stopped you dead in your progress tracks, and it's knocked you back to the point that you completely regress. That might be weight loss, it might be in your chosen career, it might be in your relationship, but that word has stopped you every single time. So if you're here and you've showed up and you've committed and you've been accountable and answerable, because I need you to be answerable, that's what works. The answerable thing and the accountable thing that I'm looking at here, that I shared a wee post with you earlier, and I mean this, it's taken, it's written in jest, but listen, what I do have are a particular set of skills that I have acquired over the years, many years, that make me a moderate threat to people like you. Yeah, you. If you make more use of my online programme, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will whip you back into fucking shape. Hashtag Shelley with style. It's true. You have to show up, you have to commit, you have to be here in front of me. Whether it's a mindset life, whether it's a workout, whether it's something else that we do, whether it's yoga, you need to be in front of this computer with eyes on. Hello from New York, whoever you are. Hello, hello, hello. So, let's put that aside. Where do we start? I wanted actually to cover a little bit of loose skin. However, one thing I did want to say is, some of you write into me and you say, can my 14-year-old daughter that's overweight fast, or my son, blah, blah, blah. And that's all fine. I cannot give you advice for your sons and daughters. I can't. I do in a sort of loose way through FLB, but ultimately you're responsible for taking action and making the necessary tweaks and changes to suit your particular situation. That's really, really important, right? Unless I'm working directly with a child, I will never suggest you do a certain thing. I would give you my advice based on you as an adult and what I do as a mum. But when you write to me and ask me, what should I do for my daughter? I can't. Unless I work with your daughter, I can't. You'll understand that, but I do get that you want the best for them, and you know I've got a lot of knowledge inside this wee head of mine. So, happy to help you, but it has to come from you, okay? That's the first thing. Also, if you are someone who has an eating disorder, you might even be anorexic, or you might have somebody in the family that's anorexic. Would you encourage them to fast? Or would you even look at fasting if you were anorexic? Well, no, because common sense is going to kick in, and that's going to be a trigger for you, isn't it? So you don't even need to think about fasting. However, if you're overweight, you want to lose weight, you're maybe even type 2 diabetic, you've got erratic blood sugar levels, you're on insulin, would you look at fasting? You would be daft not to. If you have loose skin, if your metabolism is flat, would you look at fasting? Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? So, I love fasting as well, whoever said that. Fasting is one of the most enjoyable experiences, apart from a couple of others, that I've ever done. And when you fast, you feel empowered, you feel in control, you feel your body fat being eaten into. You start to see your muscles, you start to feel your muscles pop, and you've got such clarity of thinking. It's amazing. And for people that go, oh, she's asking you to starve yourself, well, you need to say to those particular people, you're actually really misinformed. And if you came on to FLB, Shelley spends her nights educating us. Come on, onto FLB. Here's my unique URL link. On you get. Because people need to know that it's not starvation and it's not calorie restriction. It's a period of eating and not eating, and that's it. You eat and then you don't eat. You eat and then you don't eat. Am I asking you to track calories? No, I'm not. Am I asking you to even mention the word macros? No danger, because I've done it for you. Am I asking you to think about MyFitnessPal? No, never. You don't have to live like that, you know that. It's a period of eating and not eating. But the benefits are absolutely huge, except if there's a contraindication, if there's something underlying, maybe, like I said before, maybe you have an issue with food. We could talk offline about that, no problem. That's what the team are here for. I want to say, before I go, these are standouts for me tonight. I've just seen these tonight. Oh my God. Look, Vanessa, oh my word. Look at that. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Look at that. From right up here on the top left to right down here on the bottom right. Absolute stunner. Can you see that? What about this one? Our Diane is all over our socials today. Look, she's like a different woman. Even the dog's shocked. The dog's like, what the f has happened to my mum? She is a beauty. Look. Unreal. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right, this is deep. This is really deep. And then I need to get to the crux of the matter, so nobody's going anywhere. Okay. Many of us, many of you, act like you are going to live forever. You think, or you actually don't think because you know, but you act like you're going to be here forever. You act like you're going to have your health forever. You go through life talking about weight loss, but actually, you know by now it runs much, much deeper than that, doesn't it? It's about legacy. It's about impact. It's about these bairns looking at us for inspiration, for motivation, for actually, Mum, show me the right fucking way. Show me the right way. They don't want you sitting on your arse anymore. They don't want you sitting eating fish and chips and wine o'clock most nights. And I hope you don't smoke. I really, really hope you do not smoke in front of these youngsters. I don't. I think that's awful. My mum and dad smoked and it was disgusting. My mum still smokes. I cannot bear it. And I can't bear smoke around a kid either. And if that's you, please try. At a time that's good for you, please try and get off that. They're looking to us to actually make the necessary changes to 1, change us, 2, change the situation, and 3, change the world. Change the world. Now I'm here doing my bit to help you. Now are you doing your bit to help other people? Are you doing your bit to leave that lasting legacy? So few people go after their dreams and actually get that bit by their teeth and go, fuck it. Fuck you. You told me I couldn't do that, did you? Well, I'll show you. Very few are actually living the life of their dreams. The life that they actually used to think about when they were a wee girl. Instead, what do? We settle, we become complacent, we maybe even become bored, we become a walkover, we become used, we become just, Is that really what it's about? When you realise that actually you're not here to the end. You're not here until the end. There is no guarantees at all, but one, only one. And Steve Jobs put it absolutely perfectly. Let me read this to you. Steve Jobs said, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you're going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You're already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. That's hard. That hits. And when you actually read it properly, not like me. Remembering that I'll die soon. Right, so when you're faced with your own mortality and you actually give yourself that pinch or that boot up the arse to think, what actually am I doing talking about 1 and 2 pound weight loss? What about the real stuff that's going on in my head and heart? What about the real stuff that I'm doing that I'm not doing? The relationships that I'm not making? The jobs that I'm not going for because actually I can make a bigger impact there? What about all the stuff that you're not doing because you're scared or you're embarrassed? Or what will she say? What will he say? Well, I want to say to you, so what anybody has got to say? So what? All that matters is that you realise that you're not here to the end. There's a date on your head, there's a date on mine. You need to make the biggest impact you could possibly make for your life, for their life, and the lives of people to come. How do we do that when we're sitting back complacent and bored and talking about 1 and 2 pound weight loss? What about the big stuff? What about it? I ask you to be accountable. You come at me with, I've lost £1 pound. What else have you done this week? What else have you done this week? You've committed. Have you committed enough? You've tried. Have you tried enough? You've prepared. Have you prepared enough? Come at me with stuff that really matters to me. Stuff that I go, fuck, I felt that. Because if I feel it, you feel it. If you're telling me on an accountability post that you've lost £1 pound or £2 or £3 and it stops there, what about all the rest of the stuff? How are you going to change the world and how are you going to leave an impact on this planet when you're dead and gone? And what about these kids? What are they seeing? What about all of that stuff? There's people, and you might even be one of them, there's people who barely live even when they're alive. Robin Sharma said the same thing from the book the other week. There is people that live, but actually are dead inside. Because they've lost it. They've lost the purpose, they've lost the roof, they've lost the fucking let's go stuff. The stuff that people feel off me when they meet me. The stuff that people go, you're really driven, eh? Driven? Don't even get me started. That sparks should fly off you whenever I meet you. Sparks, I should feel them. I should feel your energy. I should feel the burn that you've got to live. Listen. I'll try and read this a bit better. Experience. Let me shove it to the side. Experience, dream, risk, close your eyes and fucking jump. Enjoy the free fall. Choose exhilaration over comfort. Choose magic over predictability. Choose potential over safety. Wake up to the magic of everyday life. Make friends with your intuition. Trust your fucking gut. Discover the beauty of uncertainty. Know yourself fully before you make promises to another. Make millions of mistakes so that you know how to choose what you really need. Know when to hold on and when to let go. Love hard and often without reservation. Seek knowledge. Open yourself to possibility. Keep your heart open, your head high, and your spirit fucking free. Embrace your darkness along with your light. Be wrong every once in a while, and don't be ashamed or afraid to admit it. Awaken to the brilliance in ordinary moments. Tell the truth about yourself, no matter what the cost. Own your reality without an apology. See goodness in the world, be bold, be fierce, be grateful, be wild, be crazy, be gloriously free, be fucking you. Oh my God, that's incredible. Go now and live. Live. What is it going to take for you to actually live? We're on Feel Look Be, and We're on Feel Look B. We're on Feel Look B, and we're on Feel Look B. You're here to do extraordinary things, things that only you can do. And I'm telling you, you could do them. You have to believe, you have to drop that fear shit, because that's catching you every single time. Lose it. And you have to lose it now, before time runs out. Do you hear me? If you're 45, tell me, say it out loud, how many good years have you got on your left? How many? Because this scares the shit out of me, because I think, fuck, I need to get going here. I've got a world to change here. I've got lives to change. Let's fucking go. What are you doing? One day, it will all be over. One day. When you start every single morning and you build this into our daily routine, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your days. It's going to change your weeks. It's going to change your months. It's going to change your life. Remember what Steve Jobs says. Remember that paragraph I've just read out to you there. Remember all these things. Remember Shelley Booth sat in front of you losing her shit, banging tables and swearing. You have to remember this stuff. Fear of failure subsides whenever you start your day. You build this into your day. It will go. You'll stop being embarrassed. You'll stop being scared to show up. You'll stop it. You'll step into your own power. You will own it, and you'll think, fuck it. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're saying. This is what I feel. This is my truth. This is my purpose. This is what I'm here for. And I'm going there. And Shelley Booth will be right by your side every step of the way. Couple of questions to ask you before we go. What's your legacy? If you were to die tomorrow, you're not going to, but if you were, what's your legacy that you're leaving behind? What impact have you made in the world? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? If you were to die tomorrow, somebody says to you, are you satisfied with how your life's gone? What's the answer to that? Are you satisfied? Have you done yourself justice in the world? Have you done yourself justice? Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of what you've achieved? Are you proud of who you are? And if the answer to any of those is no, that's okay. That's totally fine. That's a great thing, actually. Because, remember, you identifying that and realising that means you're going to change it. It's when you don't realise, or you don't ask the questions, that life just takes you on this journey. You're not taking it, life just takes you. Ask yourself these questions tonight, and I promise you, it will change the course in which you're going if you're not happy with any of them. It's really important. There's been many times in my life that I've not been happy. There's been many times in my life that I've been in a relationship that I'm not happy in. I've been in a job that I'm not happy in. I've not had the money in the bank that I wanted to have. I wanted a child, I never had a child. I wanted a child. Many times when friends have pissed you off, I've maybe pissed friends off as well, but this is just from me. I've done things in my life that I've not been happy about. But it's drawing attention to them that helps you change it. You could change anything, and it only takes just one thought to change it. Just one thought. Bring your attention to it and your energy and think, I'm going to change that, because I can. Ultimately, there's only you. You're responsible for you. You cannot be forced into anything, and everything is a choice. And I hope you choose the right stuff for you. That's different from my stuff. That's okay. So, go and do it. Just fucking do it. Make it happen. Look the people in the eyes that you need to look in the eyes. Do the stuff. Fill the forms in. Be bold. Be brave. Be courageous. And do the stuff. Do it. And all this shite about just eat the cake. I've seen that the other week, actually. Just eat the cake. We're dead tomorrow. Superficial, isn't it? I get it. I totally get it, by the way. Don't have the slice of cake. Eat the fucking cake, because you might be dead tomorrow. I get it. But there's so much more to it than that, eh? Do the stuff. Do the meaningful stuff. Never mind the cake. Do the stuff that's going to change your life.